Pete, through to the next round of the Gloucestershire Senior Cup with a 2-1 win over Slimbridge here this evening.
Yep.
A mixture of first team and young lads. Many of your young lads from your under-18s team, you must be pretty pleased with how it turned out.
Yeah, very pleased with the result. Especially more pleased with the second half performance. First half wasn't quite what we were after, or the players were after, and they all took on a lot of detail at half time and a lot of information, and to be fair, they put it into practice second half. Yeah, really great from the first team and the pros point of view. They got minutes under the belt, they worked really hard, they took their opportunities, which was great. So it's really important the younger lads see that no matter what game you're playing in, you have to give it your all. And then with the younger lads, you know, we've got 15-year-olds playing tonight from the academy system, so it's brilliant that they're getting a path, they're getting an opportunity, and to be fair to them, standing their own against a tough and competitive Slimbridge side. Yeah,
the players young and first team, they'll all be well drilled in the way Cheltenham like to play throughout the club. But is it quite difficult sometimes suddenly mixing these players together all in one go one night and expecting them all to be almost a complete unit?
Yeah, it can be. That's a lot that we always say to the players. There's your opportunity, and can you take it, and how well can you deal with those situations? A lot of the players are aware of how the first team would like to play, and it's really important they understand the values and the principles in that, and it's down to them to put it into effect. It can be difficult. You know, the squad hasn't been put together. We haven't worked on things. Set pieces weren't worked on, so there hasn't been a body of work for tonight's game. So it's pleasing that, especially after half time, they could take on the information that was required to affect the game and win the game, and ultimately go on to do that, which is really pleasing.
And is it quite nice to have that mixture of first team and also sort of fringe players and your players as well from the youth team, having them all together in perhaps instead of just one big batch, because actually it's a mixture, they get to play with each other, and perhaps there's those older heads to look after the younger ones, and the younger ones have that sort of determination that perhaps sometimes the older players may not have on nights like this.
Massively so. I mean, again, credit to the pros, they set a really good example. You know, the younger players then really understand what it takes to be a professional, and no matter where you're playing for the first team on a Saturday, and then against Slimbridge, who with all due respect don't play in Football League 2 on a Tuesday night, it's really important you keep your same standards. So really pleased from our point of view, the young players were able to keep to their standards, and like we say, we've gone from 2 15-year-olds being involved in the fixture, 16-year-olds, majority 16, 17, and really pushing and really showing that they are capable. But most pleasingly, again, able to take on information, able to process, able to learn quickly, because ultimately in the programme that they're in a short space of time, so they need to process information, take it on board, and ultimately affect the game, which second half we thought they did, and we're very pleased with that.
2 assists for Tom Chamberlain.
Yeah.
It's been a pretty good 7 days for him, if not 3 months almost.
Yep, yeah, very much so. I think his legs are starting to feel a little, bless him, with the amount of work that he's done. Yeah, I think it's testament to him being involved in the first team environment, and the amount of work that the first team staff have done with him throughout pre-season where he was with them, and I think he's really taken it on board, and he's really starting to show how he can affect the game and what he can do. So obviously 2 assists tonight. You know, his challenge was to get some more numbers to his game. So he's got 2 assists tonight, but his overall game is improving, and that's credit to the work that's being done, you know, across the club from academy to first team with all of the players, because there's a lot of them involved across academy and first team, and ultimately on nights like this, it's whether or not they take their opportunity or not, and that will ultimately be their test.
Yeah, Harvey Skureck started at the age of 15. Joe Hunt came on as well, similar age, both from the under-16s.
Yep.
You've got Grant Horton, who was playing for the under-18s when he was still an under-16s player. Fast tracking these players is hopefully almost like fast forwarding the button a little bit on them, and almost getting them through the process a bit quicker to make sure they're that much bit extra in their game. Yeah,
hopefully so. We're realistic in the situation we are. We don't have an under-23s programme, so at the end of their second year scholarship, we're really making the decision, are they ready, not necessarily for League 2, but are they ready for Step 2, Step 3 football? And the only way to really get them up for that is as 15, 16-year-olds play for the youth team, get that test and that challenge against 18-year-olds, and then as a 17, 18-year-old going out on work experience and loan and playing in these sorts of games. You know, the players you've mentioned there have been involved in those situations. Aaron Bashford, Charlie Stanton have also done that as well. So it's really good that they're all getting the opportunity now, and really saying to the manager, this is what I've taken on board, this is what I'm learning, can I do it, can I not? And ultimately they're getting that opportunity, and the opportunity is massive. At the end of the second year scholarship, then it's a case of, are they ready for the next stage? Have they shown enough that they can keep on processing the information and what's needed? And again, nights like this are really important to their learning and development for that final test, as it were.
For you as a coach and for your players, this competition is actually key, isn't it? You know, the chance to play in this competition, to play under lights and in front of a crowd is, you know, it's a bit of a step up from perhaps the Saturday morning Youth Alliance stuff.
Yeah, definitely. It's a completely different environment. It's completely different pressure on the game, and it's very much a competitive game of football against where you have to impose your style on a team that's more direct, more physical, which naturally comes with the level that Slimbridge are at. You know, I thought they were really effective tonight in what they tried to do, and our lads took a long time to work it out, and half time they got the information. Ultimately it is a first team fixture, but it's great that first team staff are there and working with our younger players, because it shows there is a pathway, and it shows the interest and the care and the love that all staff have for our young players, trying to get them through the pathway and hopefully into a Cheltenham Town shirt in the future.